The news update. I've suffered injustice from government I helped into power, Okorocha says. Welcome to the news. The news details. Former governor of Imo State and senator representing Imo West, Okorocha, tells about his presidential ambition and charges against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, among other issues. The question says, this will be your fourth shot at the presidency. What makes you think you will win this time? Okorocha replies, this will be the fourth time that I'll be contesting the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The first time was in 2001, when I declared to run for the 2003 election under the All Nigeria People's Party. I had a very colorful and beautiful outfit, but at that very election, President Muhammadu Buhari emerged as the candidate of the party. If you recall, there were certain disagreements. Some people walked out of the convention because the governors of the North insisted that the presidency must come from the North. And that was why President Muhammadu Buhari emerged as the presidential candidate for the ANPP. Then in 2006, I declared again to run for the position of president on the platform of the PDP. At that time, I came into the PDP barely 2 weeks to the primary. I came second to President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua of blessed memory. Again, the PDP had zoned the presidential ticket to the north because President Olusegun Obasanjo had finished his tenure for 8 years. I did not contest again. I went back to Imo State to become the governor on the platform of the All Progressives Grand Alliance because I did not get a ticket in the PDP and the ANPP. All the political parties won't give a ticket. So I picked a political party that had no single structure, no councillor, and I used that to defeat the incumbent governor, who just had his first term. It was also in the PDP when President Goodluck Jonathan was in power. I led the APGA to the merger in APC, while President Muhammadu Buhari led the Congress for Progressive Change. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu led the Action Congress of Nigeria. In 2015, the Igbo refused to accept Buhari, and for them, the name Buhari was taboo in the southeast. So, I had to do whatever I could do to make Igbo believe in the political party. And the only thing I could do was to contest for president on the platform of the All Progressives Congress, with Muhammadu Buhari, Atiku, among others. That helped a whole lot to rebrand the image of the APC in the southeast. At this time also, Jonathan had finished his 6 years, and it was agreed that power should go back to the north. What was your major challenges then as a presidential aspirant? What had been my challenge had always been the issue of zoning. Every time I contested election, the zoning was always not in my favor, but this time, the coast looked quite clear. That is, if the same sentiment will come to bear in the next political dispensation. Do you believe you will get a ticket despite the way the party has treated you by suspending you in 2019, and now that the APC government is probing you through the EFCC? I will tell you how the APC was formed. I am a stakeholder in the party, the same as Asiwaju and Muhammadu Buhari before he became the president. We are 4 individuals that formed the APC, and a man cannot just abandon a house he has built. I do believe that this harassment and intimidation is political. and to ensure that I do not run for presidency in APC. Take, for instance, it was on the day of my declaration that the APC found it appropriate to take me to court for what they described as criminal charges. Why I believe that it is politically motivated is because I have a judgment against the same EFCC, and the judgment is as a result of an appeal judgment. They said they found 5.7 billion naira in my account, which the court had found to be untrue, and they, EFCC, had announced to the whole world that I took the money. Secondly, I have a court order stopping them from harassing me. The EFCC today has refused to hear that court judgment, and they are holding my passport. They have been told to release my passport in court, but they refuse to do that. I have a damage claim from them for 500 million naira, and they have refused to pay it. Rather, what they do is that for any judge that gives a judgment against them on my case, the judge is harassed. It is either they ask them to resign or change the judgment in their favor. So, it is quite strange for the EFCC to be acting as such. I would demand justice at the appropriate time. If you did not obey the judgment of the same court and cannot obey the law that sets them up, is it until they desperately get something, even if it's not right against me, that they will ask me to obey? I have suffered a lot of injustice in the hands of a government I helped to form. Secondly, I had a judgment against Oshiomhole in Imo State when he dissolved the executive illegally and handed over the main structure to the governor of Imo State against the people that were duly elected. We went to court and got a court judgment against Oshiomhole. The same party had refused to obey the court judgment, which has been overturned by any court. The Court of Appeal upheld it, and they have refused to allow the executive, recognized by the party and the law, to assume their position. You can see that I have the right to demand justice. The former governor of Imo State, Okorocha, has said that the party in which he was able to form with some other people is suffering injustice from their hands. What he did not do, they have said that he's doing it. They are harassing him publicly. The EFCC also harassed him publicly because they know that he will want to contest for presidency once again. Thus, he has been contesting for presidency for a while now, but he has not been able to get to the seat because of this zoning issue. This coming 2023 election, should zoning be made important again? Kindly share your thoughts with us. Enjoy the rest of your day.